Good afternoon, everyone. I am Professor Amit. Today, we are going to see our first practical. Our first practical is write a program to implement to create a simple web service that converts the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius and vice versa. So for that, we required Visual Studio. We first open the Visual Studio, click on new website, and in that we add the web services. We again add one web method that will convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit, and we design the web page and write code on button. Okay, so this is the procedure, or these are the steps that we are going to perform. So let's see how it is. So here I open Visual Studio. I click on File and New. Then I click the website. I choose the empty website. So change here its name. Web service practical first underscore demo. Okay. Click on OK button. First thing I do that I add new item. Here I add web service. So click on web service. Its name is webservice.asmx. I click on add. So this is the web service page, and by default the web method is created, that is string hello world. I just copy this one and paste it here. Okay. I want to write one web method, so I write the web method here, public double, and I want to convert it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So I write here C2F. This is the web method name, and here I accept one parameter double, and its name is C. Okay. So here we accept the temperature from user, and that we are going to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So we accept the input temperature in Celsius, and that we are going to convert in a Fahrenheit. Okay. So I open and close the function or method. In that I simply write the return statement. So I write the formula that will convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit, and the formula is 1.8 into Celsius temperature plus 32. So I write this formula 1.8 into Celsius temperature, that is right now it's in a C, and plus 32. So here I write plus 32. Okay. So this is the simple web method that we add on a web services, and that now we are going to call from our web page. So here I add new item. I click on web form. Its name is default.asx. I keep it as it is. Click on it. So here I want one label. On that I give the message to the user that enter temperature in Celsius. For simple, I write here enter temperature. Okay, and then I take one text box here. So to keep some space, I write this one, and I drag and drop one text box here. So this is the text box code. Its name is textbox1.text. I keep it as it is. I need one button. So here I use br tag to come on a next line, and just drag and drop button. Its ID is button1, run at property server, and change its text with convert to Fahrenheit. Right. Okay. Convert to Fahrenheit. And we require one more label to display the result. So here I drop one label, its ID is label 2, and here I change text with blank. Okay. So this is the page that we are going to design. Whatever the input temperature given by user, that will convert it into Fahrenheit and display here. Okay. We can do some designing here. Like I convert this font into bold. Okay. So right now we are going to write the code. First of all, include the web service file. So here I write using system dot web dot services. Next thing that we do is create an object of web services. So I write here localhost. Okay, one thing that we do before we run this web services. Click on OK. So this is the web method that we want to invoke in our program. So click here. So temperature in Celsius 32. Click on invoke, and here we get the result, the temperature in Fahrenheit. So copy this URL, stop the program, right click here, add new item. No, sorry, not add new item. Right click here and add service references. Click on it. Click on advanced. Here we get the add web references. Click on it. Just paste the URL and click here. Here we get the temperature in Celsius, and here we get the result. Here the XML file is created. So add reference. Here the localhost file is created where web services is invoked. Okay. So this thing we have to do so that here we can use localhost. Localhost dot web service, and here we create an object of web service. For example, it's C is equal to new localhost dot web service. Here we create an object of web service. Okay. Then we call that method. But before that, we have to get the value from text box that we store in a double. So I write here double D is equal to parse or double dot parse, and we accept that value from text box. Why we need to convert it into double? Because text box value accepted in a string format that we need to convert into double because we store it in a double variable. So I accept this value double D is equal to double dot parse text box 1 dot text, and we call the function using C dot our function name C2F, and here I pass the result. Sorry, pass the value, and that we need to store in a double variable. So I write here double answer is equal to C.C.C2FD. So whatever the value written by this function after conversion, it will assign to variable answer, and that we assign to the variable label 2. So I write here label 2 dot text is equal to temperature in Fahrenheit. Temperature in Fahrenheit is, I need some space here, so I use double quote, and here is answer. So this is program to convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So let's see the output. We run the program. Here we enter the temperature, for example 30 33, and that convert in Fahrenheit is 91.4. Okay, so if I write here 37, it will convert into Fahrenheit 98.6. So this is the first thing that we do here, that we convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Now we want to do conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So again go to the program, stop it. Okay, just we need to do some modifications. So again I copy and paste this program, copy and paste. I change its name with F2C. F2C. We can use as it is the parameter, because its scope is limited to this function only. So we can keep it as it is, or we can change it for our convention. So I change this formula. So for converting from Fahrenheit to Celsius, we use the formula F minus 32 into 5 divided by 9. So again use one more bracket, divide by 9, give the semicolon. So again we have to run this web service. So this new function that we added, just copy the URL and F2C here. Suppose I write 98.6 and click on remove, I get the exact result, that is the 37. So it works. Right, so again go to the program, click here, just right click here and click on add service references. Again go to add references, add web references, paste the URL. Okay, here I again test it, 98.6, invoke, and I get the result 37. Close it and click on add references. So it says that it's already added. You want to replace it, click on yes, yes. Okay, so on here we add one more button. So I just drag and drop it. I want to keep some distance. So we come on the next line. I cut this button and keep along with that our first button. So I write here and NBSP, keep some distance, and paste our code. So this is the button. On its text I write convert to Celsius. Okay, C and control. Okay. On button we write the code. So here on button we write some code here. Convert to Celsius. I click on it. So instead of creating the object again and again, I keep it here. So it's globally work. Test this code. So no need to create the object again. Okay. So here we just copy the code and test it. So here we get the value. Here I just change the function from C to F to F to C, right? And temperature in Celsius. And here we get the output. Okay, let's see how it works. Save the program. Run the application. Here I enter 98.6 and convert to Celsius. I get the result. And if I write 37, so here I get Fahrenheit. So this is our first practical. In that we create the two web methods, convert to Fahrenheit and convert to Celsius, that we call in our application on this button key. So here we get the result. So this is our first practical. You have to perform and share your screenshot when you perform it, and all the output should be different. Okay, everyone's output should be different. Okay, if you have any problem regarding this practical, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. So here we end with this session. Thanks. Thank you for watching.